This is Sylvia Saber with OpTv Global headlines. Starting with the top international stories for the day. U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken praised Pakistan over successful moot on Afghanistan. Blinken termed OIC summit a prime example of collective determination and action to help those in need. U.S. President Joe Biden expressed a Trump candidacy would motivate him to run again second term in 2024. Mr. Bond also said that he would stand for re-election at the age of 79. Leaders of several far-right groups with ties to the ruling Narendra Modi's government have called for a Muslim genocide and hate speech summit. The three-day Hindutva conclave sparks widespread outrage among 200 million Muslims who now call for action against the several far-right groups. A group of UN human rights experts has called on India to immediately release Kashmiri human rights defender Khurram Pervez. Experts said that the New Delhi continues to restrict civil society, media, and human rights defenders in disputed Kashmir. 2021 becomes deadliest year for Palestinian children since 2014. On average, Israeli forces and settlers killed 6 Palestinian children per month this year. Israeli forces and armed Israeli civilians have killed 78 Palestinian minors in the occupied West Bank and besieged Gaza. Severe winter cold hits Syria refugee camps. Snowfall and sub-zero temperatures bring with it messy streets, leaky tents, and risk of inhabitants dying from hypothermia or in fires. Aid agencies is struggling to keep up with the growing demand. Turkey has arrested U.S. diplomats suspected of selling fake passport to Syrians. The arrest was made at Istanbul airport when the Syrian national tried to use another person's passport to travel to Germany. Turkey is currently battling one of its gravest economic crises in decades. The grimly silent queue of people stretches around the corner from Behram Duman's kiosk for discounted bread. Istanbul has been offering cheaper bread for the poor at shops since the 1978. People of Tonga are warned of acidic rain and poisoned drinking water after volcanic eruptions. Officials advise residents to remove guttering systems from their rainwater storage systems. Up next, we have the national updates. Commander Royal Bahrain Naval Force Rear Admiral has called on Chief of Army Staff General Qamar Javed Bajwa in Islamabad. Both sides discussed matters of mutual interest and bilateral cooperation in defense and security fields. The Bahrain Naval Force commander has also met Chief of the Air Staff Air Chief Marshal Zahir Ahmad Babar Sidhu. Pakistan has said it was ready to host the long-delayed summit of the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation if artificial obstacles removed. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi reaffirmed in the meeting with the group's secretary. Pakistan was supposed to host the summit in 2016, but India boycotted the gathering of South Asian leaders. Taliban soldiers in Afghanistan have stopped Pakistani troops from security fencing along the border between the two countries. Afghan Defense Ministry spokesman called border fencing illegal along the province of Nangarhar. Prime Minister Imran Khan has approved 125 billion rupee development projects to be carried out in the Gujranwala division. The development projects included the construction of universities, road infrastructure, agriculture sector, and sports. The districts include Gujranwala, Sialkot, Gujarat, Narowal, Hafizabad, and Mandi Bahawalpur. Jamiyat-e-Ulama-Islam Chief Maulana Fazlur Rahman said he would extend political support to the Taliban government in Afghanistan. The statement comes during a meeting with Afghan education, who called on him at his residence to discuss regional politics. Economic managers said that Pakistan has no choice but to remain under existing $6 billion IMF program. Experts further said that it is difficult to accept how IMF could impose its will on sovereign countries' parliament.
Equal justice under law. We haven't yet lived up to that promise for marginalized communities across our nation. I'm Faisal Gill. I saw how the color of your skin, so I went to law school because I wanted to fight to make the law work for all. Because I wanted to give back. Because Black lives matter. Because we need to incarcerate less and educate more. Deserves justice.
Up next, we have the health updates. The United States has authorized Pfizer COVID-19 pill for the first oral and at-home use. Pill is for people ages 12 and older at risk of severe illness. According to the company, Paxlovid is nearly 90% effective in preventing hospitalizations. Study in Britain shows that Omicron is milder than COVID's Delta variant. The study found that Omicron is associated with 2/3 reduction in the risk of COVID-19 hospitalization when compared to Delta. Up next, we have the updates on science and technology. A wonderfully preserved dinosaur embryo has been discovered in China. The toothless theropod dinosaur embryo dated back at least 66 million years. Researchers claimed it is one of the best dinosaur embryos ever found in history. Up next, we have the sports updates. Arab footballers weed out Israel's flag from FIFA Legends uniform. The move indicates a lack of acceptance for Israel amongst several countries in the world. The friendly football match kicked off in Qatar between FIFA Arab Legends and FIFA World Legends. Former Pakistan's cricket captain Javed Miandad has lavished praise on national cricket team captain Babar Azam, saying he's a top batsman. Miandad added that if a player scores a triple century, he's definitely a great player. Galaxy Racer is bringing Pakistan's first ever female sports event to Islamabad. Her Galaxy will be a part of Gamers Galaxy with prize pool of 500,000 Pakistani rupees. Up next, we have the entertainment updates. A moment of pride as the renowned fashion designer Faraz Manan charms Bollywood once again. Manan has now added the stunning Alia Bhatt to his list. The actor has spotted in an elegant nude pink attire and an embroidered flowy cape. Pakistan's showbiz sensation Mahira Khan doesn't think she's open to working in Bollywood anymore. However, Mahira shared that she will have to give some thought to another project with Shah Rukh Khan. Hollywood star Tom Cruise has rented a luxury apartment which was once of former England Prime Minister Sir Winston Churchill's war room. The move is taken filming of Mission Impossible 8 goes off smoothly. Next, we have the business updates. Pakistan took another $1.5 billion loan from the Asian Development Bank. Financing will be utilized for development of energy infrastructure sectors. The Pakistani rupee lost more ground against the United States dollar in the interbank currency market. The local unit closed at rupees 178.15 rupees against the greenback, depreciating 10 pesos.
Equal justice under law. We haven't yet lived up to that promise, marginalized communities across our nation. I'm Faisal Gill. I saw how the color of your skin, so I went to law school because I wanted to fight to make the law work for all, because I wanted to give back, because Black lives matter, because we need to incarcerate less and educate more. Deserves justice.